Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the latest episode of Hardcore Photography. I'm your host, Mike, and I'm here with my good friend, Sticky Rick. All right, cool. Oh my God. I now got as soon as you start the recording, there's a little disclaimer that pops up and goes, hey, avoid any legal troubles. Be sure to tell everybody that they're being recorded. Like, okay, hey dude, you're being recorded.
Damn it!
Shit.
Now okay. You gotta watch everything I say.
I know. Now you gotta think twice before you open your mouth. What is the title for today's episode?
Artistic or autistic?
Yep, yeah. Not terribly politically correct, but we're gonna go with it anyway.
Well, there's nothing wrong with being autistic.
Nope, nothing wrong with that.
And from what I understood from the study going back maybe about 10 years now, everyone's slightly autistic.
Are they? I didn't know that.
OCD is a form of autism.
Well, I know that autism has a big spectrum. It's like actually not to equate autism with psychopathy, but when I was in abnormal psychology, there was my professor told us that psychopaths, there's or sociopaths at the time. I don't know if they're still using that term or not, but she said that there was a spectrum, and that not everybody was, eating people. Not all psychopaths were killing puppies and eating their grandmas. Some of them just, they totally functional. So, yeah, I hadn't heard about I didn't hear that OCD was considered on the autism spectrum. I didn't know that.
That's what I remember. And hey, everyone go look it up and tell me I'm wrong. I don't care.
That's what I tell them. If I say, I try my best to make sure that what I'm saying is correct, but if I'm wrong, let me know. Don't just sit back and call me an asshole. I mean, how am I supposed to know if I'm wrong? And then I'm telling the next guy the same thing, and it keeps propagating because nobody made an effort to tell me, hey dude, you don't know what you're talking about. Tell me that.
By the way, if you're going to tell me I'm wrong, cite your sources, please.
That's another thing. Yeah, cite your source. That's the next to just shoot, man. Cite your source. Cite your source is a secondary tagline for this podcast. If you got something to say, by all means say it, but you better be able to prove it, because we're not just gonna take your word for it.
We're not morons.
No. If you're gonna tell me I'm wrong, cool, but I'm gonna back check it, and I'm not just gonna go, oh, okay, I guess I'm wrong. No, I'm not gonna do that. See, that's what our good buddy Manning did not do. I told him, I said, dude, you're telling people this crap, and you have no evidence, no sources, no references, nothing. Did he even bother to go back and go, ooh, I should check that out? No. Nope. He just got on the negative positives and badmouthed me under his breath. That's it. So.
And by the way, I wouldn't have such a bad feeling about him had he come on here and just let us say, well, dude, unless you're going to give me a hardline source for what you're saying, I'm not just buying it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. It's like they just expect you to go, oh, yeah, okay. No, sorry.
I got some oceanfront property in Arizona I'd like to sell you.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I got a bridge I can sell you too, so while we're at it. But, yeah. Okay,
but,
so.
I do need to put something out there.
Okay.
That our latest guy, I will be referring to him as something, but in no way do I have any proof that he is what I'm calling him.
Really?
Well, I've referred to him in our messages as Josh the pedo. But I don't believe. I've seen no evidence he's a pedophile.
Yeah, we're saying we're being sarcastic.
I'm using the name because that's what he's most known for at this point.
Yeah, that's we're being a little facetious, but the thing is that
I'm being hyperbolic.
yeah, we are. We're the disclaimer is Josh. We have no reason to believe that Josh is a pedo. However, apparently everybody in Ventura seems to think Josh is a pedo. So facetiously, we may or may not refer him accidentally as Josh the pedo, but we have no evidence, so don't anybody call us up and try to get on our case.
Rosenthal, okay. Right?
Yeah, Josh Rosenthal.
All right. I'm looking up his stuff right now.
Mm-hmm.
Wikipedia? American singer-songwriter. No, that's not him. MD? Nope. No, that's not him.
Nope.
Oh, there is Josh Pedo. No,
Josh Pedo. Oh, yeah.
I bet if I put that into Google, it'd probably pop up.
It might, because his name has popped up on at least 3 stories that I've, 3 different websites. They were talking. Well, basically the story was not about him, but the story was about has street photography gone too far, or is street photography a reasonable pursuit? And the first paragraph is about Josh. I almost called him Josh the pedo. The first paragraph is about Josh and what happened at the Ventura Fair. It really not a lot of detail. It was just basically stating that the guy, what happened, and that everybody went berserk and all this stuff. All right, so
actually, you know what the weird thing is? I'm looking up Bing, which is not that great, but I got kind of a problem with Google right now. But
okay.
As I'm looking this up, the only thing that comes up is people telling stories about him. That's how bad he is at being an artist.
Yeah.
He can't even get his own fucking pictures out there.
Mm-mm.
He's actually got a buzz around him, and I still can't find his fucking work.
Yeah, that's the thing. He's not a marketing genius anyway. I think I may have mentioned, if not to you directly on a podcast in the past, that if you have 5 different names for all your different social media, that doesn't make a lot of sense, because people are not going to be able to track you down. Most of his stuff is 2 stops ahead, which apparently
I'm looking at so much of it is blurry and.
Yeah. Okay. Well, are you on Facebook or are you on Instagram?
I'm on Instagram. I'm to the link you sent me.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see if there's any.
I mean, there's a few in there that I like, but for the most part, I wouldn't even bother to stop and look at most of this.
Yeah, there was a handful of stuff that I thought was interesting, but what he has either done.
By the way,
go ahead.
The stuff I like is the stuff he actually worked on. His point and shoot style is awful.
Yeah. Yeah. The other thing too is I noticed that what seems to be interesting is his black and white work. The color stuff seems to be pretty if you're ever like sitting around in a Starbucks and you're trying to do some camera adjustments and stuff, and you take pictures of your coffee cup. Yeah. That seems to be a lot of what that's kind of seems to be what he's doing. Like there's one which is just a picture of like an old couch and a coffee table. And then and then just below that, there's 2 pictures of it looks like seats at some kind of fast food restaurant. And that's it. There's nobody in it. There's no people there. It's just the seats. Now, I don't know if he was trying to pick up the pattern, or what, but, it didn't really work. Like I said, a lot of his black and white stuff seems like it has some validity, and some of the stuff that I saw from when he was supposedly at the fair was kind of cool. Especially this lady that's in what looks like some kind of fur coat with her cell phone on, looks like she wants to beat his ass. That's kind of cool. But a lot of it is here's the thing. Here's what you can tell by a confident, experienced street photographer. If he's shooting people close up, he's shooting faces. If you're shooting people from a distance, I have some stuff off the beach where there's 15, 20 people in the surf. You're not getting faces, and you're getting the back of people's heads, because You're on the beach, they're in the water, they're doing their thing, unless they're surfing towards you. But if you're doing what you call street portraiture or street photography, and you're getting the backs of people's heads or the sides of their faces while they're looking at their cell phone, that's low quality street. Quality street is that lady wearing that fur talking on the phone. She's looking dead on at him. He's snapping the picture. It doesn't necessarily mean that she knows that he's taking that picture, but at least because I've seen that where some people are doing like stealthy techniques, and they're getting good quality street portraiture. But a young shooter, and by that I mean experience as far as shooting street photography, they do a lot of backs of people's heads, a lot of sides, because they're not comfortable enough to get up in front of somebody and shoot them. So a lot of his stuff is like that. It's a lot of backs of heads, sides of faces, all that. And here's the thing: if that's not his work, it shouldn't be sitting on his Instagram account. All this crap should be gone. All these, two guys from the back walking up steps, which it looks like they're in college or something like that, and they're on their way to class. That stuff's gone. That's pointless. It looks like a guy in a taxi from the side. That's crap. The feet of a guy on a skateboard that from a downward angle, no, that's crap. If you're doing that and you're doing an upward angle, or you're on the same level as his feet, then that might be interesting. If you're at the deck level, by deck I mean the skateboard, that might be something interesting. But you're shooting down at his feet, that's pointless. So, also,
again, all I can say about his work, and to be honest with you, I've just scrolled through well over 400 pictures, by my estimation, and I've stopped and focused in on 3. And what that says is there wasn't enough there to catch my eye to make me. And again, when I say this, I'm speaking for me only.
Yeah.
His work is not. It doesn't capture my imagination.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to put down his work or say. I'm saying whatever he's trying to go for doesn't get me.
Yeah. I've said before that I do not attack another artist's work ever. And I don't want anybody to think that I'm attacking his work, because I'm not. There's a lot of stuff here that's actually pretty good or pretty interesting, things that I might be interested in. But here's the problem. There's a lot of just shots, stuff, experiments, stuff that looks like he was trying to tweak his settings, and that stuff should not be on this page. Because look what happened. You and I come here to look at his work to see what's going on and listen to what we're saying already. There was so much stuff here that should not be here. The only thing that should be on this page is his best stuff. It's better to have 12 good images than 1,000 that's a mix. Because I'm not picking up those 12 great images. What I'm being deluged by picture after picture after picture. Some that are interesting, some that are not. But after a while, you get to 400 pictures. By about 250, I'm going to get a sandwich. I mean, come on.
Okay.
You start. The thing is, your viewer has got to get to the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
If you have so much stuff, and that's another thing. Even if you have 1,000 ass-kicking photos, most people, they're going to go through a handful and that's it. So all the photos that are down at the bottom don't get seen. It's pointless.
Oh yeah, you got to put your best work right up front.
Yeah, and you need to keep every time you go to that page, you need to look at it, decide has something changed. Do you have something new that you want to do? And also, I've heard, now I don't do this, but I have heard that you should group it together. Like, if you're doing black and white